Hey everybody, this is Mace1370 back for another RTR84 draft. We have several cards in this pack that are probably first pick worthy. Supreme Verdict is a Wrath, can't be countered, pretty strong spell. Crow's the Guildmage is definitely first pick worthy card, very strong card. Stab Wound is also quite good, but I think it's below the power of these other two. Those are the three standouts. Knightly Valor is also one of the best white commons, if not the best white common. I think Crow's the Guildmage is probably the best here, but I could definitely see taking Supreme Verdict and trying to build around it. I strongly prefer being white, so I think I'm going to try with the Supreme Verdict. Alright, had a little bit of computer trouble. Have to take a card quickly here, and Grove of the Guardian is the strongest card in the pack, so we'll take that and we can splash the Supreme Verdict. Fortunately, I didn't have much time to think about it. My computer froze for almost a full minute, or maybe Magic froze, I wasn't sure. But looking at this pack, we have a few more options. We could take the Azorius Guildgate if we, want to end up in Selesnya. With Grove of the Guardian, that would let us splash the Supreme Verdict. Tristani's Judgment, though, is a strong removal spell. I feel like we can probably pick up Guildgates or Splash or something else later. And we don't know exactly what archetype we're going to end up in. We could also end up in Azorius splashing Grove of the Guardian, possibly. So they're both very strong cards. Both decks can play a Tristani's Judgment. It's nice to have a kind of catch-all removal spell. So I think we'll take that. Alright, in this pack, I think the best card for us is Sunspire Griffin. Yeah, definitely Sunspire Griffin. So can take that. We're passing a Vassal Soul and a Rune Wing, but nothing too impressive. This pack also doesn't have much for us. Explosive Impact is the best card in the pack. I don't think we can take it at this point, though. We've already kind of committed to white, it looks like. And splashing a red card isn't really what you want to be doing. I think we take Selesnya Sentry. He's not exciting, but he's a body. Ethereal Armor. Feel like I don't like taking this card until I already have some enchantments to make it work. Alright, well, it is looking like red's open a bit, but it also looks like white is semi-open. We're seeing some late white cards, or not late, but there's still some pickable white cards in this pack. Goblin Rally and Gorehouse Chainwalker are coming by a little later than they usually do, though. So it's definitely possible red is open. I think we take the Azorius Arrestor here. He's probably the best card in the pack for us. He fits better in Azorius than he does in Selesnya. Okay, interesting. So here we could either take another Tristani's Judgment or a Hussar Patrol. And at this point it's looking like we're probably going to be Azorius. We just haven't seen any Selesnya-like cards, virtually no green. And we have seen a little bit of blue. And I think in Azorius, Hussar Patrol is best. So we'll go ahead and take him. We already have one Judgment. I don't think we need multiple 6 mana removal spells. But we're still kind of like going back and forth here, because here's a Courser's Accord. So we can go ahead and take that. There's really nothing else in this pack that we want to play. And to be honest, if we end up in Azorius, I don't think we want to play Courser's Accord. Here's a Towering Indric and an Armory Guard. They both serve similar purposes. The Towering Indric is definitely better. If you're in dedicated green-white, you'd much rather have a Towering Indric than an Armory Guard. So I think I'm probably going to take that. This is close, though. No, I'm going to stay up. I'm not green. I haven't really seen any green at all go through. And this is kind of frustrating, because now we have a Tower Drake that we want to take, and we also have the Selesnya Guildgate that we can use to splash our Grove of the Guardian. I think we have to take the Selesnya Guildgate here. We can get 3 3-mana flyers later. They should be plentiful enough. And the fact that those wield is a good sign. So I think that Azorius should be open. Hopefully we don't, pass him to the person next to us and then he interprets the same thing that we do. I've never splashed Grove of the Guardian in a Azorius deck before. I presume it's worthwhile. An 8/8 is a really tough card to deal with. Here we have either an Armory Guard number 2 or a Runewing number 1. I think we just want Runewing number 1, but to be honest, we don't want so many 4-drops. We definitely would prefer to get more 3-drops overall. And here, nothing really for us. I guess we'll just take the rare. Not gonna end up playing it. Here, I'll take a white-blue card, just for signaling purposes. So we're still pretty open. Like, we could go into Azorius, Selesnya if we get a huge Selesnya bomb next pack. We're definitely leaning more towards Azorius, though, because we have cards like Sunspire Griffin and Runewing and Hussar Patrol. When I play Azorius, I think Hussar Patrol is, one of the best common 4-drops you can get. It's kind of unfortunate that there is a Golgari Goliath here, making us want to take it and play green. There's an Azorius Justicar, which is good, but it's not super ideal. I think it's the best card in the pack for us, though. Another option, and I've never actually done this, is you can play Boros. You get a lot of like Gorehouse Chainwalkers and Azorius Arresters and Justicars and things of that sort, and you just kind of play this aggro-y beatdown style of deck. I don't think we really have the makings of it yet. We've taken, some late game powerful splash cards and a Wrath. So I think we'll just take the Azorius Justicar here. It's a strong card. There's a Niprop Guildmage for us, so that's good. Seems like red is still open. Splashing green, we can also splash for Common Bond. Definitely an option. But Niprop Guildmage is definitely the pick in this pack for us. So yeah, we want to focus on getting our curve in line. Having all of these 4-drops is not ideal. Probably not going to play the Armory Guard. I'm just going to go ahead and hide that now. These 4-drops we probably will play. The Runewing might get cut. It's worse than the other 3. It's always hard, though, in the beginning of a draft when you've taken a bunch of cards and 1 casting cost. It makes it more difficult to take the best card in each pack as you go on. Because Azorius is really about tempo, and you definitely want to have cards that, fill these slots early. So that said, we have a number of very good cards here. There's Knightly Valor, which is very solid. There's Frostborn Weird, which is very solid. And there's that Common Bond if we want to kind of, keep an eye on the green splash. Knightly Valor is definitely the best card in white for us. I think it's a great card. Frostborn Weird is a very strong 2-drop. You can do a lot. Right now it seems like we're a lot more white than blue, though. I think I take the Knightly Valor here. It's definitely close, though. We've taken so little blue, and this is a double blue card. I guess we've also taken the Niprop Guildmage. Frostborn Weird is pretty good. I think I'm going to take the Frostborn Weird. This could be wrong. Ooh, okay. So now we have a couple choices. There's Keening Apparition, which is a nice 2-drop, but there's also Dramatic Rescue and an Action Injunction. I think I'm probably going to take the Dramatic Rescue. It's a strong tempo card. Keening Apparition is also definitely an option, though. It's nice to have outs to, opponents' enchantments. That's close, though. I definitely want to have a Keening Apparition in my deck. Okay, here we have another Hussar Patrol, which I guess we'll just take. It's a good card. I'm pretty happy running multiple copies of it. It's definitely better than Selesnya Sentry. Soul Tithe is okay. I feel like it's a little bit of a win more card. I've had it wreck me when I'm mana screwed, but you know, you're mana screwed at that point, so it's kind of like whatever. A lot of Tristani's Judgments going around, but I think for us we need to focus on our curve here and take this Tower Drake. And Azorius Guildgate would definitely be desirable too. Because we're playing this Grove of the Guardian, our mana is going to be kind of awkward to get this to work. We'll honestly even need to maybe pick up a Transguild Promenade or another Selesnya Guildgate just to make this comfortable. Because one, it doesn't produce color mana and it requires a fixer. So we're going to take a Tower Drake here. We have a new prop Guildmage, so I don't mind taking Stealer of Secrets in this pack. Not only that, there's nothing else for us. New prop Guildmage makes Stealer of Secrets a lot better, because you can go Guildmage, Secrets, and then, you know, they all of a sudden get very paranoid about attacking India. In this pack, I don't think we want Judge's Familiar. This card is not so great. I've never been impressed with it. When people play it against me, I don't care at all. So we'll take Eye in the Sky. Not amazing. It might not even make our deck, but it is what it is. So we're already splashing green, so we could even maybe just take the Giant Growth. I don't like Seller of Songbirds in Azorius. It just seems clunky and stupid. So I'm going to take the Giant Growth. I think it's just a better card. Nothing here for us, really. I suppose we'll just take the Stonefair Crocodile. It's a card I would want to play against the least. Likewise, here we'll just take Golgari Charm. It can kill our Tower Drake. Take Horncaller's Chant, but we're not going to play it. So yeah, right now we have, you know, our curve is basically the opposite of what you want in Selesnya. You want it to go this way, and we're going that way. I'm kind of amazed at the amount of like random artifact removal there is in this set, like with Batterhorn and what is it, that other red Overload card. And there are really no artifacts in this set that I care about at the common and uncommon level. I guess there's a few rares, but even then they're not that impressive. Blowing up key runes is not a huge priority of mine. Wow, that's a Hypersonic Dragon. There's also a Soulstorm Spirit, but we have so many 4-drops. The greedy player in me wants to just take the Hypersonic and then try and play it. And then maybe not play Grove of the Guardian. That also seems awkward, though. Wow. I don't even know. There's really no great white card for us. We could take the Soulsworn Spirit. It's perfectly reasonable. I don't think we're playing Eye in the Sky. Man. This card's a beating. I mean, it's basically just a 4/4 flyer, so I guess it's not that huge, but... Yeah, I'm debating if like the Grove of the Guardian is not going to make the cut and we just try and splash red for that. We also have the Frostborn Weird. We'd have to pick up some way to fix red probably, but red seemed like it was open in pack 1. I'm just going to do it. We're going to try and get there. Here we can either take a Keening Apparition or the Izzet Key Rune. The Izzet Key Rune is pretty terrible as far as key runes go. It might even table. So we could take a Keening Apparition and hope for that. We could also just take the Key Rune and try and, you know, fix our Hypersonic. I'll take the Key Rune. That's close though. And here we could take an Explosive Impact, or we could take a Keening Apparition. So I'm hiding the green stuff now. I don't think we're going to get there with it. I guess we just take the Explosive Impact. Yeah, I mean, like, red is obviously open. I think we should have been an Is It, ultimately. But we had some early white cards that were worth playing. Yeah, so there's a Lobber Crew we could have taken. Here we'll just take the Void Wielder. It's a perfectly good card for us. And here we could either take a Dramatic Rescue or a Sunspire Griffin, and we'll take the Sunspire Griffin. Ooh, and here we could take Knightly Valor number 1 or 2. Did we not take the first Knightly Valor? Oh, I guess we took the Frostborn Weird. So yeah, we just take Knightly Valor here, I think, over Tower Drake. We have kind of a more control-y Azorius deck. It's not nearly as fast and tempo-y as we originally planned. Still no red fixing. I guess we'll just take a Concordia Pegasus. Not excited about that card though. Tower Drake is good. We like those. Here I guess we'll just take Skyline Predator. Probably won't play it. Not really sure what our deck is going to try and do. We have a bunch of like early flyers that we want to get out and start hitting with, and we also have like Supreme Verdict to Wrath, and then we have like turn 4 guys to Clog the Ground and Hypersonic Dragon. Here we'll just take Avenging Arrow. It's not a good card though, so we probably won't have it in the main deck. I'm glad I took the Izzet Key Rune, if only because, you know, we need help playing the couple red spells we grabbed. Probably not playing Skyline Predator. We'll see. This is a hard draft for me. I'm thinking back to pack 1, if I could have gone into Izzet earlier, if there's like a strong reason for me to do so. I don't remember seeing one. I'll look over the draft though after I finish. It's possible I missed a signal. Here we'll just take Sundering Growth in case we need the enchantment / artifact removal. Could take Firemind's Foresight and try and get big. I think the answer though is just Rootborn Defense. Card shouldn't be going around so late. Oh yeah, Street Sweeper. Okay, so here we are in deck building. I'm going to play that. Probably won't be playing the Pegasus. Maybe not the Selesnya Sentry, we'll see. Play our Griffins, Justicar, and Knightly Valor. It's pretty clear that like white wasn't open. It seemed like it was in pack 1 though. And probably play our Explosive Impact, this guy. Okay. So we need to fill up some cards here. Oh yeah, and our Hypersonic, can't forget him. So we have 2 red cards effectively, so we'll probably need to play 3 red mana. It's awkward that we have like 0 fixing other than our Izzet Key Rune, but at least we have something. We need to add in a few more cards. Our options are a Selesnya Sentry. I don't think that'll make the cut. Could play Armory Guard, probably prefer not to. Eye in the Sky, I guess, is an option, but it's not my favorite. Could play Avenging Arrow, just for some sort of removal. Guess we'll do that. 2 more cards. guess it's between Eye in the Sky, Rootborn Defenses. I don't think we're playing the Rootborn. Like, we don't have any tokens to populate, which isn't like terrible in and of itself, but I guess we could play Skyline Predator. We have like some Hussar Patrols to gun the ground in Supreme Verdict, so having another late game threat is nice. Eye in the Sky just feels like it doesn't do anything in my deck. Like 4 mana for, you know, 2/1/1s, and I really have no other way short of Tristani's Judgment to populate them out. Doesn't seem great. So I guess I'm just main decking Concordia Pegasus. It's either that or Selesnya Sentry. Actually, I think I'd rather just play the Sentry. He can like trade for stuff. Alright, let's see what Moto suggests. I think I actually agree with this. I mean, like, we have our 2 red sources plus the key rune, so that's 3. And that'll be plenty for that splash. And then we have 8 white sources and then effectively 8 blue sources. Luckily we have, I was about to say we don't have very many doubles, but we actually do have a decent amount. We have Skyline Predator, and then 2 Griffins, and then the Justicar and Supreme Verdict. So yeah, there's a lot. So yeah, definitely at least 8 planes, and I don't think we can really cut down our islands either, just because we have so many blue cards like Frostborn Weird. So our mana is definitely like not good, but I think this is at least a passable deck, probably enough to get to round 2. We'll see if it gets farther than that. And I'm gonna go ahead and submit here because I don't think I see any other changes I want to make.